We're happy to be joined now by one of my favorite players of all time, former UK quarterback Jared Lorenzen. Jared, thank you for joining us.
Hey, no problem at all.
Now, we want to talk to you first. I guess, there's a lot of stuff coming out of that Florida game, 38-0 UK loss. Big story, though, was Patrick Towles, redshirting right now at quarterback. I know you've worked with him. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, before the season, you said personally you think he'd benefit from a red shirt. Take us through the whole Patrick Towles situation this week and what you make of everything.
Patrick, and I'm not gonna lie, I talked to him. I actually texted him during the game, knowing that he wouldn't have a chance to answer till afterwards. And I told him, man, just you need this. This is a year where you need to sit back and learn and understand exactly the good and bad of everything about playing the quarterback position. I still believe that he needs the red shirt. I think it's the best thing for him. To throw him in now and to waste 4 games, I think would not be very beneficial to him. He needs to go on the road. He needs to understand what it's like to win and play what it's like to play like in the SEC.
Do you think he's, Max Smith, assuming he comes back from the shoulder injury just fine, plays well the rest of the season, do you think Patrick can compete for that starting job, even though Max Smith will be a second year as a starter?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I think Pat goes there knowing that. I don't think I think he wanted to, but realistically understood that he was probably going to redshirt and that he was going to hopefully compete for the job, knowing that Max is only, a year or two ahead of him. You have to be that. Being a competitor, you've got to be out up there and think that you can win the job, and he'll be fine. He just needs that year under his belt to learn the playbook.
Talking about the Florida game, 38-0, it was very demoralizing in a lot of ways, but offensively, that was really what killed Kentucky. The defense finally stood up and played pretty well.
Yep.
And I was asking you before we started doing this, you made some noise with the tweet that Brent P said they wanted to put 50 up. Watching the first half of that game when UK's defense was making stops, how close did you think that Kentucky was to competing in this game and making enough plays to win?
They're right there. I think even if you talk to Morgan now, he understands. He missed some throws that obviously he would love to have back. And look, playing the position for as many years as I did, I had 100 of those throws that I wish I could have had back. And he was out there competing his butt off. He was one to win. It just wasn't his day. But I was pretty pumped about the way our defense played. Man, they really stood up to Florida's best shot and went down on the road and played in 100-degree weather, which they're not used to, and that says a lot about them themselves. Is just people and the character that they have. I was super excited for him. Obviously, I wish the turnout would have been a little bit better. We could have put up some points and made it competitive, but it's an ongoing process. You just got to keep learning.
What's that like? I know you had some games in your career where you had bad games. What's it like going in the locker room to your teammates and just saying, hey, my bad, let's get the next one? How do you handle that when you're a leader? Morgan's a senior. As a leader, how do you handle that going back into the locker room?
It's tough. Anybody that says they can just walk right into the locker room and look everybody in the eye is completely lying. You kind of feel that just disappointment and that you've just let your whole team and, the state of Kentucky down. I played Mississippi State my freshman year and threw 4 picks in 1 half. You want to go somewhere and hide at some part, and then you're just like, what, give me the ball back. I can make something happen. And, you just go in there and you got to learn from it. But once you watch the film, you got to put it behind you. And that's the good thing about football is, you watch that film, you make the corrections, then you got to get ready and put it behind you because you got another game coming up with a different defense.
And for Kentucky, the schedule doesn't get any easier. They got South Carolina this weekend. They continue with that SEC schedule. When you look at this team, before the season, Mitch Barnhart said he wants to see improvement. And we saw it offensively for a couple of games. When you look at the remainder of the games left in SEC play plus Samford, what do you want to see from the Kentucky team in terms of improvement? What are the things you're looking forward to watching?
The big thing I saw just from week to week to week is the defense is definitely getting better. They are an SEC caliber defense, and this is what I thought the defense would be like coming into the season. They got a little bit slow start. It happens. Offensively, just being more consistent. Seems like we're kind of all over the place a little bit, and I get it. I understand. It's tough to come in with a new quarterback that's kind of throw stuff off kilter a little bit, but we just need to be more consistent. Put some points on the board. and make these games competitive. I don't think anybody in the state of Kentucky is expecting them to win every game the rest of the year. I mean, that's a long shot. But let's go out there and let's compete and show that the program's on the rise, instead of losing, big.
Do you think, obviously Joker Phillips is right now people talking about, most of the time spent talking about the next coach. Do you think, you said talk about the program's on the rise, do you think the program is starting to come back on the rise after falling down at the end of last season and the beginning of this season? Do you think that things are going to build back towards the positive under Joker Phillips?
Oh, of course. I mean, I wouldn't be out here and, I tweet what I tweet and, I have fun with it and all that, but I've got Joker's back 100%. He was my receiver coach when I was there, so I know him. I've got I really think he can recruit with the best of them. We're just having a down year, and it happens. And I think, we keep going out there. The guys keep competing and getting better. It's only going to get better for, the University of Kentucky itself.
All right, Jared, thank you very much for joining us, and look forward to talking to you maybe later in the football season.
That sounds great.